But yeah, man, Nicolas Cage has been doing so much, and you're right, dude. He did what he had to do and come back.
I didn't know, but he's a great one,
yeah,
man.
he's a guy I root for. I don't think I've ever seen anything like where, just like him
Did not
partying
know he
too
was a
much or
heartthrob.
something. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, dude. And he was insane shape too. It was nuts, man.
Well, he was in
insane
that
about
generation's good shape.
Yeah.
So here's a fun fact, like because of like how far we've come with like sports science and like nutrition and training and like different things like this, all the different like keto and blah 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 and steroids and so on. So but if you look at go back and watch the Fast and the Furious 1. I remember when that movie came out, I was a kid and we watched that movie and Vin Diesel was on screen in his fucking tank top, whatever. I remember thinking that guy was like the Incredible fucking Hulk, just a monster. Dude, I saw that shit on TV like a few months back or whatever. I'm looking at him, I'm like, I'm bigger than this motherfucker.
And he's like a normal guy with that
Dude,
black cutoff
I'm bigger
shirt.
and in better shape than he was then. And I'm like, holy shit. And now he's like a fucking animal if you like watch this stuff now. But like back then we considered that the pinnacle of like the human physique, if you will. It was pretty wild.
Yeah, talk about like them like having to meet that certain standard of like in shape, and it's nuts now, man.
Look at Hugh Jackman as like Wolverine or whatever, or like what's his face that plays Thor, Chris Hemsworth.
No, you're right. And
it's not even close.
No, dude,
it's absurd.
The first Wolverine was like
he was normal.
Like, yeah, he was
jacked for a normal human being.
Yeah. Now it's like, oh my god,
yeah, it's absurd.
But you're right. Like they've come so far with that.
Yeah,
and these guys can buy these insane steroids and the science behind it's like so
all of
precise.
The nutrition
now.
and the training regiments and everything like that is fucking absurd.
And you go back and you look at Mike Katz lifting buckets of cement and shit like that, like when that all like kicked off, it was like, oh
and
my
like
God,
before Vin Diesel and his tank top and Fast and the Furious, like we'll say like a couple of generations before that, you were a tough guy if you just had like any muscle tone and like wore a wife beater. Even if you had like a gut, if you had like some semblance of arms, you're like, that guy's jacked.
Well, if you had a gut, you would just wear your pants real
That's
high,
all it was,
and that was it, dude. And that you were good from there,
Yeah, those are good times.
What do you call it? Oh my God, I forgot what I was gonna say, but I was racing.
No, dead air is good.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm sitting good. I'm going, man, we just got viewers and now watch this.
Take a nap.
I know. All right, you know what? I'm going to jump off of it anyway. It was something else about those guys that used to work out and stuff. Oh, I didn't know. I have it. I actually have it. Okay. You know what always tripped me out is like Mr. Olympia. Like, I don't know, like people, how that fan base that goes, I also have to shit, sorry, like my mind's all over the place, but I don't know how that fan base goes out there. Like they just go out there and they look at like huge guys. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Isn't that nuts?
It's weird.
Okay, now I'm good. Yeah, like, okay, I got it all.
Next time, do it into the mic.
I know. Okay, no, but it's like you go out there and you're just staring at like huge guys,
jack dudes,
and I don't know. It's like, I mean, like I guess I could appreciate all the hard work they put into and stuff like that.
Oh, there's no doubt.
But you know how you said that
it's bizarre,
like
and weird.
A guy that knows how to wrestle is gonna be like, oh my God, when like somebody's like in UFC doing some wrestling move and stuff like that. I guess, I mean, you have to like live to like really appreciate some dude with an arm like that. Like I don't know, like I look at that dude that's on there, I'm like, he was born with a huge arm.
I'm gonna say yes and no. For me, not for like people that are in like bodybuilder culture. I'm sure it's a whole different like mentality and ball game. But for me, what I'm impressed by, I was talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger and why he's the best bodybuilder.
Yes.
It's not that he was just this insanely muscled guy and like he just had like this crazy build, if you will. It's how symmetrical and how perfect and how even every muscle on his body was. It was in the right place. It was sculpted like it was out of stone. He was an artist in that fashion. Like Ronnie Coleman is way more jacked. Like he has muscles upon muscles upon muscles and he's huge and more than Arnold Schwarzenegger. When you look at Arnold Schwarzenegger, like the perfection of how he built his body consciously is what blows my fucking mind. Dude, that shit is crazy.
And we're talking about a 40-year gap between those two.
He's the best that ever did it by a fucking country mile.
Yeah,
it's insane.
That's a trip. But I mean, like, all right, I could look at a picture or even the documentary, you know, because it's interesting and stuff like that. But I couldn't see myself in the audience walking up and like watching some guy walk over and like hit me with the back, woo, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And me being like,
he's all oiled up and shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of find it silly.
You're just like, just in the audience.
Well, wouldn't that be it? Like, I don't know.
I actually wonder who that audience is.